I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. So we're coming to the end of our little examination of our Mezco versus Mafex Justice League figures, Superman and Batman. There's one figure left in this tin, and I'm sure some of you are familiar. It would be the Flash. Still waiting to come on out and see the light of day. I think there's a few more accessories in here for the Flash. Has some lightning effect accessories, and there's a mother box in here which we haven't taken a look at, which we'll take a look at. But let's say also, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But let's say we get the Flash out of his little plastic prison. And here goes Barry Allen out of his box, looking pretty good, surrounded by all of his accessories. Unlike Batman, we did not get an unmasked Ezra Miller head. I do not know why. As you can see, he comes with an extra head, which we'll take a closer look at. It looks indistinguishable to me from this one. 5 extra hands, some lightning effects, the mother box, which isn't necessarily his effect, but the effect that came with the package. I tried to put the batteries in, and then the batteries, which are very tiny, popped out. There were 4 of them, which will never be found. So this is a mother box that will never glow. We're safe because of that. You are welcome. Let's take a closer look at the Flash. So when we looked at the Batman and Superman, we had brand new Mafex to compare them to. I don't have a brand new Mafex to compare the Flash to, a brand new Justice League Mafex to compare the Flash to. But if you notice, there's some space in the screen. But what we do have to compare them to, just briefly, is the bootleg Mafex Justice League Flash. As you can see, he is a little smaller than the Mezco Flash. I did notice a couple, and plus we must also say that this particular version of the Flash did come with an Ezra Miller head, and not a bad one, other than the fact he seems to be, his eyes are rolling in the back of his head. But that's not a bad Ezra Miller head at all. And actually, it's not a bad looking figure. We just wanted to let you know that, we're looking out for you. We got something to compare him to, if only briefly, as we slide him to the side. Now, we have these 2 heads that came with our Flash. Looking at them close up in the monitor, okay, we can see that the one on the right does have wider eyes, and I think the mouth is different. I guess. But, I guess they didn't feel right giving us an Ezra Miller head. I don't know. Whatever. It's all good. I don't think anybody's going to pose them too often with their unmasked heads anyway. I guess we could, if we wanted to, pop it on. Putting Mezco heads off and on is pretty easy. And there goes your Flash. As you can take a look at this guy, you can see he looks really good. The outfit, the costume looks very nice. It is a Mezco, so there's soft goods under all of the armor, all of the Flash armor. And you might imagine he articulates very well. He has double jointed arms and double jointed elbows. He can extend pretty well. He has pretty good head movement. The neck doesn't move, as neither did the necks in either of the other ones. I think Superman's neck might have moved. Let's see. You see, he can't go out. Well, he can't go out very far. This is about as far as your Flash can split. And he also, because of his under armor here, similar to the Mezco Aquaman, he has almost no ab crunch here. Even though I think under here he has a very good ab crunch, but then you have to get rid of his body armor, and I'm sure nobody wants to do that. As opposed to our little bootleg here, you know, he can ab crunch a little bit. I thought he'd do better, but I would be mistaken. He does have a nice, yeah, he can swirl around, but he can swirl around pretty good on that waist. Let's slide him back out of the picture, and yeah, and even our Mezco, he doesn't turn too well, mainly because his soft goods are making him kind of just snap back in place. Well, let's see if we can figure out how to put on these electric effects. And here goes Barry, surrounded by the Speed Force. And that's that. Just wanted to let you see how he looks surrounded by all of his Speed Force effects. And that's how he looks. So the plan, as it were to bring out all of my Mezco Zack Snyder Justice League figures, minus one, that being Cyborg, because for reasons I can't tell you, Mezco didn't make a Cyborg. But they did make an Aquaman, who I pulled out to present this united front. But somewhere from me pulling him out and me making it over here, I've lost him. I have literally spent 2 hours trying to figure out where I put Aquaman. See, I've said this before. There's a guy who breaks into my house and moves stuff around and then puts it back, so I look like I'm crazy. And when I find that guy, when I catch him, he's got problems anyway. Here goes our Zack Snyder Justice League. Pretend Aquaman's right there, and pretend that they made a Cyborg right there. And we'll move her to the side since she wasn't in this particular package. It's a very nice set, my friends. Very nice set. Plus, I believe BBTS has this thing at the moment. Now, I don't know when I'm going to air this, but in early May, BBTS has this thing for 130 bucks. I mean, really, that's crazy value. And like I said, I got mine a while back at Amazon for like 150 bucks, minus another 60 bucks in reward points. Pay like 90 bucks for this thing. These figures basically cost me the price of an expensive Marvel Legend, these three figures. The Flash itself, probably the weakest figure of the three, but still a very nice figure. This is a very nice set. If you are a fan of Zack Snyder's Justice League, this is definitely a must buy. It was probably a must buy for a fan at $260, which is a lot, and a definite display piece for people who love them some Zack Snyder Justice League.